Is your child a natural-born entertainer? Now is their chance to join the most talented youth dance crew in the Mid-South, the Blue Bunch. The Blue Bunch entertains Grizz Nation with their energetic dance routines and even have the opportunity to collaborate on performances with leading artists in the entertainment industry. Kids ages 7 to 17 are invited to show off their skills and personality for their chance to join the next generation of NBA entertainers. Open auditions are Saturday, June 28th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Murray State is going to the College World Series. It's easy for me to pick a team because 1, I love an underdog. 2, I hate UCLA, and I see that opening round matchup. And 3, we are connected to the school's most famous alumni, Ja Morant of Murray State.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Are you ready? Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
The First Ladies of FedEx Forum, the Grizz Girls, are known across the NBA for setting the standard for professional dance and entertainment, and they are looking for dancers to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. With the chance to gain professional dance experience and connect with the Memphis community, auditioning for the Grizz Girls is an opportunity you do not want to miss. Come show up at Open Call Auditions Saturday, July 26th at the Memphis Sports and Events Center. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
There are futures for Aaron Judge possibly hitting 400. Hitting 400 at the All-Star break, plus 600.
Oh, wow.
To have a 400 batting average in the regular season, plus 3,800. To win the Triple Crown is only plus 145.
I don't think he's going to hit 400 for the season.
I don't either. I that would be
ridiculous.
Yes, ridiculous.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Wednesday, June 18th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, well, we got more Memphis talk as, unfortunately, not the topic we wanted to be talking about, but we'll certainly broach what has taken place on a national platform. In addition to that, Game 6 of the NBA Finals is going to be going on tonight in Indiana, maybe without Tyrese Halliburton. Because of the Desmond Bane trade, I've now been forced to start watching draft picks, something I did not expect to be doing. You know, they traded their pick for the Marcus Smart deal. We were going to have I was just looking at like deep cut second rounders. Now the 16th pick in the draft. I got to do some research now. Looking at that, we'll get to all the news and notes of the day. Stanley Cup ended last night. It's a Wednesday. It's all right. I'll smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, ton of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is Game 6 of the NBA Finals, which is going to be going on tonight in Indiana. No, it's tomorrow night. What am I talking about? It's not tonight. It's tomorrow night. We had Stanley Cup Finals that finished last night, and then we have had quite the 48 hours in the city of Memphis sports talk-wise, and we will get to that. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Band, is in your set. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Carb, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser.
I am Yogi Roser. Hello, everybody.
I got so inundated with all this. Is Tyrese Halliburton going to play that they had convinced me the game was tonight?
Yeah.
It's been everywhere.
It was tonight, too.
Huh?
I thought it was tonight, too.
Yeah. Devin Walker, so you're good. He's the microphone mangler. Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe. The reporter, the photographer, he's Walker 93.
Wait, I could have sworn the game.
I know. It's not tonight.
No, because Game 7
was Saturday, right?
No, Sunday. Game 7 would be Sunday. They're not going to put Game 7 on a Saturday
Monday.
night.
It's Monday right now. The game's not until tomorrow night. They were off Tuesday, Wednesday, and they will play on Thursday.
There's some bump to watch, bro.
I know. Yeah. Stanley Cup last night. Boy,
did we College World Series tonight?
Boy, did we align ourselves.
Damn baseball.
We aligned ourselves with the wrong team. With Connor McDavid, because that went terribly.
Yeah.
That went terribly.
Reinhardt.
Look, bro.
For the Panthers, Reinhardt.
Candace on the drop, bro.
With the hat trick. So the Florida Panthers back-to-back winners as they won 5-1
They've been a team
in the Stanley Cup Final. So that thing started off so great.
Yeah.
That series with the double overtime and then the overtime and then it really went to – I mean, I get there was another really good one, right, that the Florida won. But, geez.
And with Tyrese Halliburton's injury, it's happening to you guys, too, in the finals.
You guys
started out great. Oh, wow. And now –
What do you mean?
Now,
who is you guys?
It is thunder up.
Okay.
Who is you guys?
Who is you guys?
You guys. You yes sirs.
You guys.
You yes sirs.
We're still
Yeah, what team? Yes, sir. Right
Standing on business, bro.
Yeah, what? But this is
in
Indiana.
the words of Justin Bieber, we're standing on business.
Yeah. But this is Indiana, Rosa.
I stand on business, bro.
But this is Indiana.
Yeah.
Huh? But this is Indiana.
This is Indiana.
That's
We're
right.
still standing on that, bro.
Okay.
Until
You think they could put Caitlin Clark on the team for
They
tomorrow
might
night?
have to.
Whoa.
Hey,
that spread would flip so fast.
Cassius
Be
Clark.
like Thunder minus 12
What's
or
the
be
dude
like,
name?
be
What's
like
the dude's
Pacers
name that
minus
starts with
12.
a C?
Huh?
Carter Clark.
Yeah, Carter Clark.
Carter Clark starting the point guard for the Indiana
Yeah.
Pacers. Because, bro, the way she be hooping.
I mean,
Woo.
it's hard to say. Hey, here's the question. Do you think she could do better than 0 field goals?
I think she could.
I do too.
Like her,
I do too.
A point guard rotation.
They might
of,
pick on her on defense, but I think she could get us a bucket.
Yeah, offense. A rotation of her and TJ McConnell will go over well in Indiana. Let's go, Carter Clark. I'm with you.
Stand up.
Let's go, Carter.
All right. So yesterday we talked obviously at length, as Tony Allen was in here, about Stephen A. Smith going on First Take and then saying that NBA players don't want to come to the city of Memphis because it's dangerous, right? Now, I said my piece about all that. John Morant said his piece about all of that. And so it turns out that getting mad at a guy with the biggest megaphone in the country does not have tremendous results. Stephen A. Smith, even if you hate his guts, which many do now.
A lot of people do in this city now.
It appears that many
The city
do.
of Memphis does
He's
not
certainly
like him.
not a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And certainly not a fan favorite. But now, so now his response was to A, threaten John Morant, and then B, then like
Tell us how much crime we have in Memphis on.
yeah,
national
then
television.
give the world a socioeconomic lesson on the city of Memphis and the children in poverty and the crime rate and what the Kash Patel, the leader of the FBI, said. And everything. It's like whoa.
CNN, SB,
Whoa,
ESPN.
whoa.
Yeah, bro.
Right. Look, I told you this yesterday, and I went on Bill Simmons' podcast last night, and the same is true, right? As I have said many, many times, this is my issue. My issue is, yes, Memphis has a problem with crime that they are addressing, right? And it is going to take a while, and it is getting better as the mayor tried to express, right? But better is not good enough, right? It still has to be better. The separate issue is about professional athletes and whether or not they are saying that they don't want to play in a city like Memphis because it is dangerous. And to take that and put that on a national platform when there's 25 years of sample size for players that played for the team and opposing players, right? There have been players that have come in and out of town 100 million times over the course of the past several years. To me, that is what was unfair and irresponsible.
Right.
And most importantly, the fact that we are not alone in terms of crime problems within the country, right? Again, we understand. You don't need to give everybody a lesson on this, right? The question is, how does it affect professional athletics and whether or not players like playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, right? And they have always re-signed here. They have not asked to be traded from here. They get treated like kings here. They live great lives here. And I would say 90% of the players that have played for the Memphis Grizzlies would say positive things about playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, okay? That aside, right? So there is a sample size of a lot of people, right? You and I, we have all lived here for an extended amount of time, right? And I don't want it to come off like we get defensive about the city, therefore we ignore the problems. As people who, we are the most critical because we love it the most, okay?
Yeah, it's like that little cousin, bro. Like, you can clown on my cousin all you like. I can clown on my cousin.
And then
you don't get to clown on my cousin.
And the phoniness of then couching it today with "I care about my people" and this is what.
Yeah,
Stop,
bro. Don't do that, bro. You
Stop.
don't.
Okay. Now he's just digging in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you knew he was going to dig in, especially after Morant called him out, because it's like, what are you doing? Like, look, bro, you can this offseason go on national TV and give everybody a crime and socioeconomic lesson on Chicago if you want to. You can do it on Atlanta if you want to. You can do it on St. Louis if you want to. You can do it on in LA if you want to. You can do it in
Minnesota,
every different, right?
New Orleans, Dallas, Detroit, Minneapolis, Philadelphia.
That is, to me, right, this would never happen unless you're a small market, right, number one. And number two, the problem I had is I have never heard that about another city with a professional sports team ever. Ever. I have never heard anyone say players don't want to go there because it's dangerous.
My first-round draft pick last year in the NFL got shot after being drafted in San Francisco, and nobody ever said, oh, man, you can't go to San Francisco. Can't go there anymore.
Hey, guess what?
Can't go play there
Somebody
anymore.
just got caught shooting 2 Minnesota lawmakers and had a hit list of 45 officials. Happened yesterday. No one's saying, hey, get Anthony Edwards out of there. It's too dangerous. Like, get the out of here, bro.
To me, that is the issue. And again, as I tried to describe to them, I'm like, what? Like, generally, crime, not a big issue where the players live. I hate to tell you this, right? Like, I mean,
right.
These players are like, if I go,
they live on private golf courses.
You think Kawhi Leonard lives in Compton?
Right.
Exactly, bro. It's so annoying.
Kawhi Leonard lives on the beach.
Like, come on, bro.
What are we talking about, right?
And using the name Jimmy Butler as the one that you posture up,
right?
You use his name,
right? Well, and especially
that's unfair too,
given the circumstances. And again, it does you no good whether it was the mayor coming out last night or everybody in Memphis then giving this life and fighting. Like, you're not going to win. He's just going to keep on going and dogging out the city on a national television platform. Nobody here has a big enough megaphone, right? And so
I know people in Memphis.
The one good thing is I was on the biggest sports podcast in the country last night with the ability to have a megaphone. Right? That was good. Right?
Yes.
And I am...
Great job.
And if you were listening, Bill Simmons and Joe House, who both effusive in their praise, right? I had a ton of people in the national media and people that I've come across over the years have reached out to me about it, right? Because they care about me. They know I love this place, and they know... But I used that opportunity. I wasn't even expecting to talk about that. We had been goofing so much about the Bain trade on our group text because I was mad at Bill and Rosillo for trying for the way they talked about the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And so we had just been goofing back and forth. He's like, yo, we got to record a podcast on this. And then he, of course, asked me about the Stephen A. Smith stuff. And then I had, it gave me the opportunity to broach the subject, which I did. But again, it's still like, Stephen A. Smith can go on ESPN every morning and keep this going, right? And it did us, if we're being fair, we're all pissed about it. It does us no good.
Yeah, but
for
we
him
we
to
defend
be
our people, though.
but I understand. But the only thing we can do is be mad at Stephen A. Smith for going on and reading off all of the crime statistics and socioeconomic issues that the city has, right? Like, the only thing we can do is be mad about that. I will tell you this. I do not think the general public, this is what has made me feel good because of the response I have gotten from people. What makes me feel good is the response. We know the response at Memphis. Everybody's mad.
Yeah.
The response outside of Memphis is not, keep going, Stephen A. It's all eye rolling. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Seriously, what are you doing?
Yeah. Game 6 at 5 of the NBA Finals is tomorrow. Tyrese Halliburton has a messed up calf, and you're sitting up there talking about.
You don't see a bunch of people going, yeah, that's right, Stephen A. That's
Bury
right,
Memphis. Yeah, bury Memphis.
Everybody's like, what does this have to do with anything?
Or I've been to Memphis before. I've been to Memphis very recently, and Memphis, it was a beautiful experience for me to see. Now, can you stop?
Well, I was glad because one of the websites, Awful Announcing or something, put up a headline of me talking to Bill Simmons and him saying, I walked around Memphis all the time. What are we talking about?
Well, when Jacoby came in town to record with you, he was running down by the river by Tomley Park. It's beautiful down there, and it is. It's amazing down there.
Most people that have lived here, been here, experienced here, end up loving it. That's the truth, right? And the reason they love it is because of the people, and those are the people. You know what I'm saying? Who are you damaging by going and saying that, right? And especially if everybody was just had on total blinders and didn't understand the problems that have overtaken the city crime-wise, then that would be understandable. But obviously, it is attempting to be addressed, and we have work to do. Everybody knows there's serious work to do within the city to make it what we all want it to be. Right. But there are a lot of people that want it to be better, right? But to go on national TV to hurt it even more, to go out of your way to say, hey, I'm sending a message to everyone, this place is a shithole.
And then you follow up I love my people, though. No, that doesn't make sense.
And the reason that we get so defensive is because for anybody out there, that has never been said. As far as I know, I have been a sports fan my entire life, and I have never heard that as a reason given for why players would not want to play somewhere. I've never heard it about Memphis until 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Ever. I've never heard of a player not re-signing here or leaving because it's you know what, that city's too dangerous. I've never heard it about any of the other cities that we mentioned. And I would think it was corny. You said, you don't want to get drafted by Atlanta. It's dangerous in Atlanta. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. If you want to go,
and also,
live in a bad part of the city, it's dangerous.
Also, in 25 years, if there had been, again, it would be so much more palatable if there'd been an instance. If the Lakers came here and 5 guys got robbed, you'd be like, you know what? What are we going to do? You know?
Yeah, bro.
But it's been 25 years of current and opposing players in town.
I think players just call it, like I told you yesterday, players probably refer to it more as boring than worrisome because there's no ass shaking everywhere. That's the only thing. That's the thing. They feel like I just got to stay at my hotel because there's nowhere for me to go. You know what I'm saying?
I said
parlay, as you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I said this with Tony yesterday, right? Come on, bro. We've signed one big free agent, and it was a horrendous bust.
Yeah.
Horrendous. The guy literally had 2 nothing legs. And now routinely goes on national TV and trashes us as if he didn't steal $93 million from the franchise in Chandler Parsons. Okay? And he will always be out there saying ill things towards Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Understandable. It's an extenuating circumstance. Okay? Beyond that, we have never kidded ourselves in small markets, free agents are going to want to sign there if given the opportunity to sign elsewhere. What I am saying is, if we are doing if I'm coming through and I've got on one side of my notebook pros and on one side of my notebook cons, the NBA player that has dangerous on his, that is so far down the cons of Memphis. It is beyond, to an NBA player that's going to live out in Eads in a mansion. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, it just ain't got no booty.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no booty shaking, bro. Just want to see some booty shaking.
again, there's a lot of reasons. Small city, no ocean, no beach. It's hotter in the summer. Like, again, we understand all of the faults.
Yeah.
All of it, right? Pros, no state income tax. The people are awesome. The food is great. Like, there's a lot of pros too.
The vibes
right?
are
But for
immaculate.
a 25-year-old millionaire, I totally understand why you would prefer going to a bigger city than Memphis. For a 25-year-old executive, I would understand. Again, we're not crazy. We're not nutty. But to make that like number one on your list of reasons is bananas. Because it's never been given as number one for any other city ever. And it's never been a thing in 25 years here until he said it. Because Jimmy Butler was not going to get a 2-year, $100-something million extension from the Grizzlies.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get the extension. That's why he wouldn't come here.
No,
Right.
That's the reason why he's not coming is because of the crime, bro. Jimmy Butler played in Chicago during the peak Chief Keef drill era. It wasn't because of crime, bro. Chirac is almost damn near on the same level at some points. Like, don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Don't. It made me mad, but it's like, bro, like, just don't. Why would you do? Why? What's your motive? What's your motive, bro? Because a lot of people watch that. It's like, oh, well, Memphis this, Memphis that. Oh, I saw that. They're talking about Memphis on TV.
And I understand.
Like, come on, dog.
And we're just expressing our feelings because in the end, it does us no good for this to keep going. He's going to go on ESPN every morning and just say more bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he hates to be wrong, too. I realize that. I realize Stephen A. does not want to do it.
no,
and
they
no,
called
more
him
than
out about the solitaire thing.
the reason he did that this morning is because of Ja and the mayor.
Yeah, he hates to be wrong.
He will double down. He will
And the
triple
good
down.
thing, and the good thing about
doing it.
Memphis is, like with all of us, we care what the people around us think, not what everybody else in the world thinks. Yeah. And Ja Morant cares what stood up for Memphis, and the mayor stood up for Memphis because that's what's going to affect them the most.
And the
right?
truth is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what
And the
Stephen
other
A.
thing-
Smith says.
And Stephen A. Smith does not care about Memphis.
No, and it doesn't.
Outta here.
It doesn't matter what he says.
I care
or
about my
anybody
people.
else
Shut
says.
up, dude.
I care about
I
my
go
people
there
in Memphis.
frequently. No, you don't.
No, you don't, dog.
No, you don't.
Because I promise you, in this small town of Memphis, Tennessee, someone would have put you on Facebook and said, "I see that big forehead in Memphis," and like everybody would have been there. If somebody famous is in Memphis, everybody knows within the next 10 minutes.
Him
ain't
copying like
been
he
here.
cares about Memphis is like, that's just insulting. Just stop. Yeah. You're doing this to make it better. Shut up.
Yeah, no, you don't care.
No, bro, you're not doing it to make it better.
You come in
doing
town
this.
when-
You're doing
yeah.
this hoping that no good players want to play there, that they trade John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., and frankly, that the team moves.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Because that's what big market guys want.
Yeah.
They resent small markets anyway.
And that's
they
why-
always talk down about them. Always.
That's why they hate the finals.
If they make the finals, like, oh my God, I got to go to Indiana.
I gotta go to Indy. I gotta go to KC.
You know what I mean?
Damn. I wanted to go to New York. I wanted to go
to Miami.
You know what I'm
I wanted to
saying?
go to, right?
Like, dang. You hear it all the time.
All the time.
And that's another reason, too, why I feel like he really kind of doubled down. It's like, I don't want to talk about that small market finals.
Well, and that's
Even
the
if I
other,
have to.
and that's the other. Well, no, and because Ja acknowledged him.
Yeah.
And again, it did us no good. It did us no good for him to go on and read all the terrible stats about your city. But I mean, who would you ever do that about? You can do that about all kinds of cities. You can on a sports show.
Right.
But again, it's never been given as a reason.
Yeah.
In
That's
a
not
draft,
right.
in free agency, and anything. So it's just annoying. And it's like, again, it puts you in a position where it's like, that's not us not acknowledging the issues that the city has. It's saying, what? Why?
Right.
Why? Why is this what you're talking about? And that was what Josh's point is. Why is this what you're talking about?
Yeah. And then the second thing.
Game 6 of the NBA Finals is tomorrow night.
Then the second part made a whole city like take their shirts off because, it was all the Photoshops have been floating around, all the where's John Morant going floating around. He's like, no. I'm going to end this right now.
Right.
This is my crib.
Right.
Y'all can stop with your podcast and putting the graphics up. No more conversation.
Right.
So that's the part that made, other than like the bickering with Stephen, that cool. But like that part made me feel great.
And can we be clear? Zach Kleiman, you better build a friggin' awesome team this offseason.
Please.
You have to now.
You have.
Yeah.
Your
You
superstar
have to
said,
now.
I'm 10 toes, bro.
You have to.
He said he 10 toes.
You have to. And Ja, you got to play 65.
Those are the rules.
Like, that's the rules.
Those are the rules.
Kleiman, you better, because look, everybody backed it up. Everybody's aggrieved. Everybody is.
The truth is, if the second one happens, the first one happens.
There's no question.
If Ja plays 65 games, they're going to be good.
Our ground towels for next playoffs are already written. The story's already written, bro. We got our ground towels already written for the next playoffs. We need you to pipe up, bro.
And here's what I'll say. This has been the extremely positive thing. And thanks to Bill Simmons and Joe House for backing me up yesterday. They could have taken the other side, right? But they were good about it, and they both enjoyed their time here. And honestly,
and they're also from big cities, too.
And also national media members that have come here. And frankly, the people that actually have been to Memphis, have experienced Memphis, and care about Memphis, all sat there and rolled their eyes at Stephen A. Smith. And so that's, to me, the phoniness of acting like you're doing this in service of is bananas. To do the phony, like, I care about my people, like, and so that's why I tell you, there's so many people that have reached out to me that, like, they do not have some unfavorable opinion about the city. There's not, and there's people that have spent a lot of time here that do not have the unfavorable, right? And so, to me, if you can go out there with all kinds of cities that have crime problems and list off all the terrible crime that they have, I mean, you can. That's a choice. That's a choice, right? You can say, well, this is how many people were shot last weekend in Chicago, and God, should Caleb Williams want to go to Chicago? And then people will be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking? Are you serious? What?
Yeah, bro.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, kill me with that, bro. Pause.
What are you talking about? Should Robert Acuna re-sign in Atlanta? I mean, they had
there's a lot of gangs there.
It was a very violent weekend.
That whole Young Thug thing happened down there with YSL and those guys. He shouldn't play down there. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
To me, and again, we're not going to win it. No, we're not going to win it. This guy's got the biggest platform in the world.
We're going to keep swinging.
And he's got the biggest platform in the world, and he's got viral videos and whatever else. I think I just speak for everybody when I say, what the hell, bro? Seriously, what the hell? Why are you even talking about this?
Yeah.
Right? And why would you go out of your way to say that?
We might not win, bro. We're going to check you on the way there, bro.
It doesn't matter what he says. Like, 2 years ago, we almost had 400 homicides. And the city's 2 years from now has gotten, to where we are now, is way better than it was. But there's still a long ways to go. But just...
No question.
Quit worrying about what he says and just keep building and getting better and upgrading things down here. It'll all get better and it'll all show itself.
What would be the biggest plot twist of them all after this story that came out right before the show? All this Stephen A. banter back and forth. They said that the Grizzlies have entered the Kevin Durant talks again.
Who?
Hold on, let me see. Let me find that guy's name again.
If you say Central, I'm going to fight you.
No, it's not Central. It's not Central. It's not Central. I saw the story before the show and I meant to bookmark it. It was a guy, Evan Sidgery. He's an NBA contributor for Forbes. The Grizzlies recently entered the Kevin Durant sweepstakes again, per source familiar with the situation. After trading Desmond Bain, Memphis is revisiting their interest on Kevin Durant after a failed pursuit in February. Any team that trades for Durant owns his bird rights. That would be the biggest plot twist in NBA Twitter history. Grizzlies fans getting beef with Stephen A. Smith. Grizzlies trade for his biggest nemesis, Kevin Durant.
Wow, yeah, Kevin Durant.
Write the plot, man.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant, obviously, him tweeting out the whole Desmond Bain DAP thing the other day didn't make me feel great. It did.
Katie just talks.
Yeah, Katie just yas, bro.
I understand.
Yeah, that ain't.
But it would be pretty funny.
Yeah,
we'd have a great tweeting team between him and Ja.
Because Ja's back.
Because when Ja wants to be on Twitter, Ja will clap at people, man.
Hey, look, bro. NBA, the story's written already, Vernon. We love a good narrative. We love a good story.
Well, the reason that look, can we speak on the Durant thing? Obviously, Roser would be naked for a week.
We might have to get you a doctor. We had to get you a doctor, bro.
They would not allow me to have a media credential
Roser,
because
you might have to have
I would just be naked in my seat.
You might have to have baggy pants, bro, if we get KD, bro. He might have to start wearing baggy pants if we get KD.
Right, here's what I'll say.
He would be on 10.
The situation with Kevin Durant has now gotten immensely fascinating. So my buddy John Krasinski, our buddy, not my buddy, our buddy, We love John Krasinski. He's the best beat writer, was the best beat writer for the Minnesota Timberwolves in the country. He's now works for The Athletic. He and Sam Amick came out with an article the other night, which is super fascinating. And it was basically that Kevin Durant and his business partner, Rich Kleiman, have said they want to go to San Antonio, Houston, or Miami. Okay? Miami obviously would want to pair him with Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. And if you're Phoenix, you're going, yeah, okay, cool. I bet you would. We don't give a crap about Andrew Wiggins and Duncan Robinson. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Like, what are we talking?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? And then on the San Antonio front, they, according to my man Kirk Goldsberry, they're not willing to give up Stephen Castle or like the number 2 pick. Like, what? It's like a non-starter. Right. Like, yeah, we would like to have Kevin Durant, but I mean, we don't want him that bad. Like, we're not trying to mortgage future assets that could end up being outstanding players for us in order to get this guy. And then you have Minnesota on the outside looking in, right? Of these that he was not mentioned. And Minnesota's name keeps on coming up. They wanted to get him last year. Obviously, Ant grew up a massive Durant fan, and they also have the assets. So something that would be built around Rudy Gobert or Julius Randle with Dante DiVincenzo. Who knows, right? They've still got to make a Naz Reid decision. Like, there's certainly framework with them, like where if you're Phoenix and you go, well, now we're pairing, Devin Booker and we got Rudy Gobert in front of the basket on the other end. Or now we're pairing up Devin Booker and Julius Randle together, right? We got an inside-outside thing and whatever. Like, at least we're getting a high-level player back in this deal along with and at a more palatable contract that we can figure out what we're going to do with, whatever else. Evidently, the Minnesota thing is a non-starter because, and this is why the Memphis thing is you have to get some kind of, like, in order to, the leverage is fascinating because on Kevin Durant's terms, he and his business partner can go and say, trade for us, but we ain't re-signing there. A, you're going to get a miserable Kevin Durant. B, we ain't re-signing there. That's not where we're playing out the end of our career. Okay? So, go ahead. Or you have the other situation, which is Phoenix is looking at it and going, okay, bro, like, you can do that and use your leverage and tell everybody this, but we've got to get the best return for our franchise, right? This is not about, our goal in this is not placating you and making you happy. You may not want to go to Minnesota, but in the end, like, if Minnesota's going to give us the best return, you're going to Minnesota. And then if you just want to play out a year, then play out a year. Yeah. And then but that's not our problem.
We're trying to massaging what you want.
Right. Because a lot of these teams have made mistakes trying to do right by players but not getting the best return.
Exactly.
And it's like, that is a team, like, it's not their fault. Honestly, it's Phoenix's fault that this went too far in February. Because now the going rate for Kevin Durant is not what they think it is.
No.
I'm saying what Kevin Durant and his business partner think it is, right? Yeah. You're not going to get some kind of huge haul from you're looking around and you're going, okay, we're trading Kevin Durant. What kind of huge haul can we get? Now, I will tell you this. If that is true, if it is true, what you just said, that Memphis got back into it, I would bet you this. I bet Memphis could give them the best haul. They could win the best return.
Draft pick wise.
And then they would say, John Morant's 26 and Jaren Jackson's 26. And we are right now, like, we will go for this in the next 2 years, right? Which is really your timeline with Kevin Durant. Like, we're going to go for it in the next couple of years, and our guys are going to be right at that prime age. Again, there's a lot of extenuating circumstances. Guys got to stay healthy, whatever else. But in terms of if you got into the sweepstakes and they just said, hey, we are going to take the best return we can get, when you talk about the amount of picks that you could give, especially with what you just attained in the Bain trade, picks, contracts, and young, if you're talking about some young, good talent, picks, and some contracts to make it work, Memphis could put together the best return. Again, he might just send the message, I'm not re-signing there. I'll play the 1 year, but that's it.
Play the 1 year then, KD. We'll take it, buddy.
And that's the interesting situation. And again, this is all on the Phoenix front. It is, are you going to take the best return?
Yeah.
Or are you going to placate Kevin?
We have the return for draft
Suns,
picks.
bro, you gotta,
what? Because we've got their pick. We have their pick next year, pretty much. So we've got the return. The contracts, dude, I don't know how we do it. It'd have to be 3 teams. You'd have to bring in 3 teams to be able to match his $54.7 million
that's
salary.
Fine, we can still cook it
because
up.
we don't have the contracts to do that without Ja or Jaren.
Well, and I think you've got some room, too.
You can't trade Caldwell Pope or Cole Anthony with somebody else for 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you could trade them by themselves, but like again, you got to hit KD's contract. You got to hit 54.7.
That's their job, Roser.
Yeah, that's their job. But I'd say we have the picks though. We have
Sunday,
picks.
there was a conversation.
You can bring in, but you can bring in third teams to make this stuff happen. They're freaking creative as hell over there. Like you absolutely can.
And he might just say like, this is not where I want to end my career, and that's
fine. Then we get $54.7 million coming off the books.
Give us a year, buddy. It's cool. Look,
I just don't know if Phoenix. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be a standoff on the Phoenix thing, right? Where it's like, how are they going to get the return that they want? And obviously, they're trying to rope in other teams to try to make that happen, right? Because they don't want to be. They don't want to be in the situation where, in the end, they're going to have to move off of Kevin Durant. Okay, they're going to move off of Kevin Durant. It's just a matter of, like. Honestly, 1-for-1 with the easy one to pull it off with is Minnesota because you get like a real player, like a high level player, probably 2, right? So like if you had a deal with it where it was Randall and DiVincenzo and you're throwing in Terrence Shannon and you're throwing in picks and whatever, it's like, okay, like you actually got like really good return on this. Yeah. Okay. Other than that, like with those 3 teams, it seems like Houston is uninspired to get rid of guys for this, to speed up this timeline right now, or what they want.
Oh, the asking price.
The asking price.
Which is why it seems like, dude, the way it looks, there's going to have to be a third team. There's going to have to be 3 teams that get involved.
One of the major issues with that is you would be, the natural one would be Jalen Green. But you've got Devin Booker. Like Jalen Green and Devin Booker doesn't work.
Yeah,
that's why there was somebody had already said something that like if that happened to Houston trade, that Phoenix had already like kind of inquired like where could they move Jalen Green after that because it would
totally make sense.
Yeah,
right. And again, what can you? But if they did Jalen Green and something with Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. Right, because KD's going to play 3 now anyway, and this, but it doesn't seem like they are too inspired to lose a deal or to give up a bunch of assets, for Kevin Durant right now, right? Like, I mean, you always have to gauge how much are you hurting your team by, and that is the situation. The Grizzlies, whether it's Kevin Durant or it's anybody else, you're in an unbelievable situation right now because I think we both agree there's 2 guys. There's 2 guys that aren't moving, and the rest of it is malleable.
The rest of it's,
Yeah.
The rest of it's malleable.
I'm with you.
Right?
Yeah, that's the way we're going to get to where we need to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is malleable. Like, there's 2 guys now. Most teams don't have that.
Yeah.
Most teams have more than that. We have 2. We have 2, and it's like, okay, you have the opportunity to improve this team. Like, there's nobody, and that's where I would say some of these teams are. I think you look at it and you go, okay, well, we are really like hurting our depth by doing this, right? If we're moving off of Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle and we're giving up something else, or if we're giving up Dylan Brooks, or we're giving up Jalen Green, and we're giving up something else or whatever else, it's like, geez, man, we're losing like like this guy, how much does it damage what you give up hurt your team versus how much bringing in Kevin Durant helps your team? And that is what I'm saying is different about Memphis, where it's like, there ain't nothing you're going to give up that's going to hurt you more than Kevin Durant's going to help you.
Yeah. Well, okay, so
right, with what you got.
I'm looking at games played for KD because that's the thing I'm kind of positioning myself in my brain. Last year he played 62 games. 2023 played 75 games.
Oh, hey, by the way, there's your sign and trade to throw in with that too, Roser.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You want to get that contract?
There you go. That's $13 million.
There you go.
Look, you only got a couple.
Get you a little sign and trade, throw it in there.
I'll buy the first class plane ticket.
Damn, bro.
I'm kidding.
Just like that? No, you ain't kidding, bro. Don't say you kidding.
He's not kidding at all.
You dead serious,
if he has to watch that,
I wouldn't buy a first class plane ticket for myself. So yeah, like of course
I believe
kidding.
that.
Of course I'm kidding.
We know. Look at that shirt you wore for the third time this week.
First time this week, just a different color.
This man is in motion.
Yeah.
In motion.
I got motion.
All the time.
I got motion.
Nobody loves Target more than us.
Love Target. Great spot.
Are you worried about it all? Is it just the idea of KD at this point?
I just think I just think that that's a nice report to have out. But we broached this in February.
I don't think
it was a non-starter.
Yeah, this is. I want.
Like we've been through this. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to finish out his career in Memphis. And okay, that's okay.
You don't have a choice, buddy.
I mean, look, it's not like he's saying no to Minnesota, too. Look at the places he wants to go. He wants to go to Texas, or Miami.
I also don't think it's
cities where there's a lot of booty. Booty's always in the criteria.
Still single.
I'm telling you, man.
I also don't think it's what they would do anymore. I think they look at more.
For sure, they would get Kevin Durant. If they
I don't know.
Yes, they would.
I don't think they would go with the 3 massive contracts and then nothing else around it.
Roser, they put a big offer on the table for KD in February.
Right, because they wanted to have John Morant, Desmond Bane, Kevin Durant, and Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't know if that now, what does Ja, KD, and Jaren do? What is that? Like, what is the goal?
Do I have 2 awesome role players in the other 2 spots?
How? You don't have money now. Like, if we just deal with this, you tie all that money up in 3 guys, and it all comes down to how much tax you're going to be willing to pay. Especially when you sign Jared. I'm saying all that stuff matters.
You went from saying,
I think you look at what Indiana does, and they've got the 2 guys.
I tell you this, parents pay the tax if you got Kevin Durant.
Maybe so. Maybe they would.
100%.
Oh boy!
You mean tickets you'd sell?
I mean, they already sell tickets,
bro.
You know how many jerseys?
Not like Kevin Durant.
I know.
Are you serious? Do you know how many times they'd be on national TV?
Grizzlies and the Kevin Durant.
It would be a profound difference.
We need Stephen A to come to a game.
I told you, I've been to Phoenix 3 times in the last 2 years. Bro, there is Durant shit.
I know. I love KD. I love Kevin Durant. I like Kevin Durant more than y'all do. But I just don't know if they'll do it.
His stardom is very real.
I absolutely know that. I just don't know if they do it.
But it depends on what you give up.
Well, then why did they put something on the table in February?
Because they wanted Ja, Dez, Kevin Durant, and Jaren Jackson Jr. together.
Oh, you thinking now without Dez? Oh, now we don't want him. What?
I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they don't want him, but I don't think.
Why would you want him less without?
I think they
Desmond
probably
Bane?
have a different opinion on what that gets you. I don't know. It depends on what the goal is. Like,
no,
what is
I'm
your
asking
goal?
you, why would you want him less in the absence of Desmond Bane?
Maybe they view
Would
their
you
team,
want him more?
Maybe they view their team different now, and they're like, wait, we need the players around. We don't need one Kevin Durant. We need multiple players around these guys that are good.
We did the multiple players.
No, we didn't. Last year it was Ja, Dez, and Jaren, and nothing else around them.
No, hold on. We won. It wasn't good enough for the playoffs, but we won with depth all year. We played friggin' 11 guys every night.
And then we traded it.
Right?
And then we traded
But we did. We played 11 players every night.
And then we traded it.
Yeah. And then we lost hell.
No. You need better better players.
You need better
We
players.
agree.
You need the better depth.
We agree.
You need more season depth.
No.
Season depth.
Say with.
Depth.
No, say with.
With.
Now say depth.
Depth. Like 50 Tyson over here. I feel like 50 Tyson. We need more season depth.
You can't do it.
Oh, that's rough.
Season depth.
Depth, bro. Forget the TH. DEP. Give me more season depth and we be all right.
Season depth.
And we be all right. I think I'm Roser, as I'm really like thinking about it in my head, the more we talk about it, the idea of KD would be beautiful.
He's not coming here.
Obviously, but
he didn't want to in February, or else I would have taken the deal then.
Yeah, I want season depth, bro. I want some Aaron Nimhards, some Aaron Denise.
I do not.
Not
after what he did the other night.
I would take Nimhard in a heartbeat on this team.
I'm saying not after the other night. I'm still mad at him.
That's fair.
Just let it calm down for a couple weeks.
He needs some room to breathe.
Let it calm down for a couple weeks.
We need some your boy TJ McConnell's.
Oh, now we're talking.
There you go. We need some more some Tony Bradleys. You know what I'm saying?
Tony Bradley.
Give me some Wiggins that plays for the OKC Thunder. Give me more of that vibe. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think Rosa, I'm with you. The idea is like having like a perfect person, right? That you're dating. The idea of it is beautiful, but then when you actually get there, it's not as beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think he would be awesome here.
I mean, I think so too. Right? Just
because he's now the second guy.
Yeah, to Ja. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Ja, Caldwell Pope, KD, Jaren, and insert 5 men there. Scottie Pippen off the bench. No, it might be Marvin Bagley, right? Who's gonna be our starting center?
Marvin Bagley.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
No, he's gone.
Then Scottie Pippen off the bench.
He was scared of the crime. I'm kidding.
So,
I'm kidding.
Damn.
Shout out NB5, man. Don't do that.
He's focusing on his rap career.
He dropped a video last week.
I saw it.
What'd you think?
I think he's a good rapper. I do. I think if we're grading on an NBA scale, he is good.
Yeah, he is right. He can't rap. He
can't
rap.
He's way better than a lot of the guys that try to. I mean, he's no Lance Stevenson.
Come on, bro. Lance is buns.
What?
He raps the way he fights.
No. Lance Stevenson, that one track is a thumper.
You think so?
I love it. Oh, yeah.
Shout out Lance, man. Would you rather, I'm going to ask you this. Would you rather have a Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, or KD?
Trey Murphy.
Okay, see?
Yes.
All
right. God, if I could get Trey Murphy.
Like a Trey Murphy, Herb Jones
We
type.
could have drafted Trey Murphy. We drafted Zaire Williams. Thanks, Roser.
I can tell him to do that.
Yeah, but then you bought every card that's ever been associated with him.
Well,
you told me.
We make bad investments.
Do you remember?
Sometimes.
This man thought he was invested in
Bitcoin. It was not Bitcoin.
No, he thought he was invested in the next Paul George, and he invested in the next Tony Snell.
That was tough. Hey, shout out Zaire having a baby.
Yeah, shout out Z, man.
Baby.
He is
Got a
having
little
baby,
Z
man.
on the way. Little
Is that
Z,
true?
yeah, baby Z on the way.
He having a baby, man.
I'll be
He had a
damned.
baby shower, I think, last week.
Is that right?
Yeah. Shout out Z-Will, man. First little Z-Will on the way, man. A boy growing up. So good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Same girl that he had here?
Yep.
Wow.
Paris, good people.
Good
Paris,
for
really
him.
good people.
She's like a fashion designer, right? Or
Yeah, model.
A model.
Designer,
Yeah.
model. Yeah. Shout out to Paris, man. She good people too. But yeah, boy Z having a kid. But back to the point. So you'd rather have Trey Murphy over KD?
What?
I'm just asking.
Trey Murphy's about to play for 10 more NBA
I'm just
seasons.
asking
Yes.
you a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That would make
The
more
answer is yes.
sense.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Or Herb Jones or KD? Herb Jones or KD?
Herb Jones fits better.
No.
Money wise,
I would take Kevin Durant.
You take KD over Herb Jones?
Correct.
Oh well, yeah. Like
Yes.
if we're talking about who's the better player, like
No, we're
yeah.
talking about Rosa. We're not talking.
I'm talking about if you wanted to add, if you
fit
told
for
me
our team.
who would I be most excited about?
Yeah, fit for our
Yes.
team.
I
Fit
would be most excited about Trey Murphy.
Okay.
Yes, that would be perfect. Oh my God, that'd be a great fit.
It really would be.
But I mean, I don't know what who knows what the Pelicans are going to do this offseason. Who knows? Are they building out around like what they identify as their? Is that? If I were them, I would probably start and I would say I'm keeping Zion, I'm keeping Trey Murphy, and I'm building out. Right?
Yeah, because you have
That's probably
What
what.
about the Johnson? Johnson's still
And,
there, right?
and I'm keeping Herb, and I'm building out. Like I mean, I just think I'm of the opinion that, and again, some of these teams, especially with newer owners, or I'm sorry, newer management, right? They will petition to do the rebuild because you get to keep your job longer, right? It's easier to keep your job if you just say I want to rebuild, rather than trying to be good and then not being very good. And so, but I would look at it and I would go, geez, man, we got some we got some nice talent on this thing, and then they're not old. Like, I got to try to build out around this. Same way with Atlanta, like I told you with them. You know, people are like, should Atlanta just go the other? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'd just take Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Reese Shea, and Jalen Johnson and say, all right, to hell with the rest of y'all. I'm going to build out around these 4, and I can build out around these 4. Like, look, the Grizzlies are doing it with 2. Build out around these 2. Yeah. And look, you are going into ages. Ja's going to be 26 in August. We're back to the range where guys start winning big, right? As we've chronicled many times, guys don't usually win big until 26, 27, 28. Even the best players.
Yep.
Right? And so I do think that you can make win now short-term moves and be okay. Like, I mean, so that's why the Kevin Durant thing is not crazy. Again, he would, and Phoenix, who knows? They may just say, we're taking the best deal we can get.
Yeah.
We're doing what's best for our franchise, and that's what's best for you.
Yeah.
And you can figure that out on the other end. But I would be worried. A guy with that kind of stature, like I don't
think he would be a prick for the whole season.
No, but you don't want a miserable guy. You don't want somebody miserable.
No.
You don't.
Because it can ruin the whole vibe.
You can.
Like, we have somebody miserable.
Somebody like him can, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one thing if like Jay Huff is miserable, like nobody cares. But
why you gotta do that? Why Jay Huff catch a screen?
I don't know.
I would care if Jay Huff was miserable.
Well,
That's cap.
that
No,
would
you
be.
wouldn't. That's
Yes.
cap. No,
What are you
wouldn't.
talking about?
That's
That would be.
cap. I don't know. That's cap.
What?
You wouldn't care.
Oh yeah, I would.
You would.
I think Jay's
He
a
would
nice
be
guy.
upset.
Yeah,
Jay is a nice
I'd be like,
guy.
man, I don't want this guy hurting. What did he ever do? Why is he?
I don't want him hurting.
Yeah.
I don't want him hurting. Sounds real Rod Wave.
I'm just.
All right, Rod Wave.
I'm just
Todd Wave in the building.
very high on empathy, emotional empathy.
Yeah.
I don't want any of these guys being unhappy.
All right, Todd Wave.
Okay, fine. I don't care.
You don't care if he's not happy or not.
Okay, you've bullied me into it.
bro.
You've bullied
You
me
could not
into
care
it.
less if he's happy or not. Hey, but since you mentioned the Hawks thing, would you take a Clint Capella?
I mean, for for like a low price.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Because we need to start. We need to start. Center.
He's gonna be a Laker.
He probably will.
he seems like a Laker. Absolutely. They need a center with Luka so bad. He absolutely seems like a Laker.
Lopez.
There's another one too.
That feels like it.
Yeah.
Right?
But Luka wants to throw that lob. He needs that center to throw that
you know
lob
who else wants to throw a lob, Roser?
Yeah.
J.A. Morant.
Yeah.
So Clint Capella. Set a screen, come off. You know what I'm saying?
What about Gafford?
I would love him. That's the one I really, really want. Because they got too many centers.
Right.
Make a deal.
They're going to be playing AD and they're going to be playing Lively. He
Dave
is
Gafford.
expendable.
Yep.
Come on.
Right.
We need somebody to start until.
Oh, no, I think they will find out. Again, it's going to be, and this all started with us talking about Memphis getting dogged out on national television. John Morant's got to play over 65 games, and Zach Kleiman's got to build a roster worthy of Western Conference contention.
Those are the rules.
Yeah.
That's the rules.
Those are the rules.
It's not negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
It's not negotiable.
Jaren Jackson, you also have to have average 3.1 fouls per game next season. That's also non-negotiable.
And at least 7 rebounds.
And at least 7 rebounds. Also non-negotiable. What else is non-negotiable next year? Building packed every night. Non-negotiable.
Well, that's yeah.
My bad. That's too far, huh?
Yeah.
That's taxing for too much.
I mean, come on. You got to give him a break on like a Charlotte game.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Tuesday night against Brooklyn ain't exactly like you know.
Especially when we lose it.
You're right.
You're right.
Fucking Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
What else is our non-negotiables for next year? I'm trying to think.
But I do think that you look around and like, again, this could be a very active offseason for a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
And you have a flexibility that is involved. And especially, I'll tell you this, I'm going to be very fascinated to see on this whole Jaren front. He missed out on the $350 million. Is he going to sign that extension? Like a redo of this upcoming year?
If they
and
move-
I mean, seriously, it sounds like that could be.
It does. It sounds like
Bro, it's $200 million less.
I think he might.
Well, no, he's not going to sign that. They're going to clear cap space.
Yeah, I think they're going to clear some space.
They're going to
out
clear
so they
more
can
cap
sign it, so they
space
can sign
to
it this
do
summer.
it, to give him more.
I understand, but there's what was it, 5,345?
Yeah,
if he
if he
would have
got
made All
Supermax.
NBA.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's 4,147.
Unless
and
they
then
clear until they clear more cap space.
Correct.
If they clear more
Okay.
cap space, they give him more than that. Yeah.
Okay, but not that much more.
Yeah, they can get to like
What's a max? Yeah, bro, Okay, are we at least fair in saying at least $150 million less?
So
I'm not kidding.
No, it's why to me it's like, dude, why would you just not play out the last year of your contract? You're going to be 26 years old, and then you can sign for like 4 and 222 from somebody else, or 5 and 300 with the Grizzlies. Even if you don't make All NBA, you can sign for 5 and 300 next year.
Security.
Yeah.
Security.
I think security is a big thing.
Security, I think, and I also think
for him, for Jaren too, it's a lot of things up here, up in between his ears.
Yep.
I don't want to have to worry about every damn game. If I get hurt, then I'm messing up my bread.
Security, and if you like where you are, and you like the way the team's built, right? But the security thing is the most. Look, Roser, I got it. Playing it out, and it could probably work out unbelievably for him if he played it out. But this is a guy that signed the last one after injury for way less than market value. Like, he has already done that. The contract we have him on now is crazy. Yeah. So he did the first time do the security thing. And the other thing is, like, it can go both ways, right? And are you ever going to sit back and go, God, I could have had, because in the end, he's 30 when this one comes up.
Yeah.
He's going to keep on being able to make more and more and more money. And it's like, I don't know, man. I just don't, he might be the rare guy that does sign the extension just to say, you know what, I want the peace of mind of this already being done, and I make an absolute fortune, and this contract's going to be up when I'm 30. And then the contract I get when I'm 30 is going to be unbelievable. Jaylen Brown just signed one, right?
That's going to be the big one. I think, if I was a bettor, I think he would sign it very soon.
So it's
you think so?
I think he does it this summer.
If you give him all of your cap space,
to get him the peace of mind, bro.
And
I know how much he overthinks sometimes.
And he also knows that it enables them to build out a better team.
Yeah.
If you give him all of your cap space, which is like $6.5 million, it's 4 years, 189. It's 189. If you get off, say, Conchar, attach one of those Orlando picks to Conchar and get off Conchar, it's like $6 million. Now you're talking $12 million, and you give all of that to Jaren for this next season, and that would take him up to like $35 million, and then you start your raises off that for the extension. It gets high. Now you start getting really high.
Yeah.
And it gets to 4 years.
It ain't ever getting to 345, though.
No, he would have to make that. Yeah, he'd have to make All-NBA or Defensive Player of the Year.
And you're looking around the league, and there's a lot of these guys that are getting these $300 million contracts now.
Everybody that has been Supermax eligible has signed it.
Right.
They've all gotten it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he may just do it just because I want the peace of mind of having a contract that goes out 4 more years. And honestly, like, again, it's all silly money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a guy.
He's never running out of it.
When you need to fight in Miami.
Luke is the only one that didn't sign for Nico Harris and traded him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to Miami when you need to, my dog. You can go to LA when you need to. You can go to Paris. You better go to Fashion Week in a couple weeks. You still can do that.
And also, look, God forbid something did happen, and you're also in the mind space of, hey man, it's 4 years, right? I'm gonna get another massive contract. I'll be 30 years old. I'll be right in the middle of my prime when this comes up, and I don't have to worry about this for 4 years, and beyond that, I don't have to, as Devin has chronicled many times, I don't have to worry, right? I don't have to worry about this.
Yeah.
I just want it done.
I want it done.
I don't want to think about contract extensions. You know, give me the best deal I can get right now, but playing it out and then have that hanging out all year. And then, God forbid, you don't make All-NBA next year, and it's like, oh, geez, right?
And you know,
and you just played a year for $23 million, right?
Yeah. Peace of mind and you can't put a price on peace of mind.
The other thing is you can't put a price on. I set a contract in front of you that says 4 years, $190 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Not signing that, saying no to making almost $50 million a year.
It's insane.
Okay.
I think he would say no to 4 years and 190. I think he would. I think he absolutely is going to say no to 190.
No way.
think he will.
I think that's why they're trying to create more cap space because they got to give him more than
No,
$4
I think
and
it's more
$190.
so of like we have to pay you now because you took a lesser deal last time for us.
You also got to
Which
remember
is exactly why he's not going to take $4 and $190.
We're gonna put a
Like,
little
you're
bit
going to
more
get
sprinkle.
more.
We're gonna put a little bit more sprinkle on it this time since you took a deal like last time. Also, too, I don't think he wants to deal with. We know how this goes, bro. He doesn't sign a contract this offseason. In the entire next season, every game somebody's gonna ask about their contract. Teams are gonna be like, oh yeah, Jared did sign a contract with the Grizzlies. How about that?
Also, you
that
get all the trade
conversation.
BS.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
All
he's in
that.
the last year of his contract.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you get to
no.
wipe all that out.
Yep.
Kill all the noise,
Yeah.
all that crap. If you just because you don't. Yeah, we don't locked in Jaren. We had locked in Jaren last year.
Yeah.
He was a dog.
Yeah.
Locked in Jaren was last. He was locked up in last year, and you want that again this year. Yeah. Same dude. Like, the dude was on another level last year, bro. Like, no BS.
Till the last month and a half.
Till the last month and a half. When he got hurt, it kind of messed him up a little bit. Yep.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back after this. Chris Vernon Show.
It's time for our Pick Six, Mike. 6 classics that we're most looking forward to in the 2025 football season.
Las Vegas, obviously, that's the Grambling State University, Jackson State University clash. They're taking 2 iconic HBCU brands going to an NFL stadium in Las Vegas.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
The Tigers are going to play in November in the Bahamas, the Baha Mar tournament, and the other teams expected to be there. Purdue, Wake Forest, and possibly Texas Tech. So Texas Tech's going to be good. Purdue's going to be good. If you don't have a roster that puts you in that same conversation, it could be a tough trip to the Bahamas.
Yep.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
The Grizzlies, grannies, and grandpas have the right moves and are currently looking for new members to join their team for the upcoming season. These soulful seniors are a fan favorite group throughout Grizz Nation. You do not have to be a grandparent, but you must be at least 50 years old with personality, rhythm, and passion for performing. If that sounds like you, then we want to see you on Sunday, June 29th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information. Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. So I told you I've had to do a total reconfiguring of my NBA draft brain because the Grizzlies had traded the Marcus Smart deal, included their first-round pick this year. And so there's going to be no first-round pick, and then there's going to be 2 second-round picks. And so it's like, all right, let's kind of look at who could drop or who are these, like, seniors and super seniors that are going to be drafted in the second round, which could very well be I mean, the Grizzlies have had second-round picks, right, that have hit. For sure, in between Vince Williams, G.G. Jackson, Jalen Wells, etc. Cam Spencer, possibly. Who knows? But now, with the 16th pick, it's like, geez, like, we're just going to assume that they keep that. That's a good pick to have. 16's a good spot just because it's like the guy that, whoever is like oddly dropping is usually available, right? So it's like, oh, geez. Like, I thought that guy was going to go a lot higher, and next thing you know, he's available at that kind of 14 to 18 range. Like, that has happened over and over and over again, and then you're just kind of in that spot. You know, we've talked about that many times where it's like, it feels like every year we get to the NFL draft, it's like, how did the Ravens get him? It's like,
we just got Jair Alexander, by the way, too.
You let the,
We just got Jair Alexander.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we
just let the whole idea of like 16 is a good place to, quote, let the draft come to you, right? Because there's going to be people that become enamored with guys that are on the mocks that are lower. And so then there'll be the surprises, the inevitable surprises of guys going higher than you expected them to. Like, the lottery never plays out like the mock drafts think it's going to play out. And then you're sitting there, and a guy that was there will be, here's what you 100% know this to be true. 100%. There will be one, more than likely 2 guys that are in virtually all of the lotteries in the mock drafts right now that will be available when the 16th pick comes available.
Yeah.
That is always the case.
And there will at least be somebody who was mocked to go in the lottery that will fall into the 20s.
Yep.
100%.
And the CBS Sports
every
Draft
year
has a player, has us picking a player that is projected to drop. Number 8 projected prospect, first in his position, but has him dropping to 16. Colin Murray Boyles from South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Forward, 6'8", 240.
Yeah.
Only issue for me with him, jumper broke as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Jumper
you would love him.
Oh, he's a dog.
You
now.
would
he's
love
a dog
him.
Now.
Oh, yeah.
He's a dog.
I watched like some videos on him yesterday. He can set screens, tough player.
High player over the rim, but his jumper flicked it, boy.
So I'm going to tell you a problem that I've got, okay? So yesterday you mentioned it was like this great stat about wings with this crazy wingspan.
Wings taken in the first round with a 7'2" or greater wingspan.
And Cedric Howard's name came up.
There's 2 of them, this year. Him and Rasheer Fleming. Yeah.
Okay, so Cedric Howard's name came up. And I then told you, oh, my God, you have just jogged my memory. Some guy in Target
told you about Cedric Howard.
The best player in this draft is going to end up being Cedric Howard when it's all said and done. And I was like, what? And It would be hilarious if we found out that's like Johnny Presti, Sam Presti's long lost brother. Like, it's so random that now it's like destiny.
Yeah, somebody brought it up to you. Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. So, bro, I did wrong. I made a mistake.
Oh, no. You deep dove.
Buddy.
Oh, no.
I start watching Cedric Howard last night. Have you heard him talk?
No. I have not watched his interviews, no.
Buddy.
Have I gonna laugh at his voice, bro?
No. You are going to want to hire him to be the CEO of something. Dude, his interviews are unbelievable. Like, top 5 to 10 I've ever heard. I'm not kidding. One of the best I have ever heard. Jalen,
I want to hear this.
Play him the clip.
Yes.
It's very unique. There's a lot of things that in my journey seemed impossible, but I've made possible, which is, predicating to like the work ethic and then just my faith and believing in God and the support I've had from like my family and the people that are in my inner circle. I don't know. You obviously have like some guys that are D3 success stories in the league now, but I don't think you've had a guy go from D3 to then mid-major to then a not sort of mid-major, Washington State is a little high mid-major mix, like right in between there, and then now to a dream of most college, athletes, legit shot at the NBA. I think it's just, for me, one of those things where I cherish the journey, cherish the process, and that's the only way I can. Never forget where I came from. Because like you said, I was that kid that came out, late bloomer, didn't have any thought of where I would be now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a pipe dream, I guess is the best way you can say it. But seeing this picture and this graphic like really shows the amount of resiliency and the amount of just faith you got to have in yourself to prove that you can do it. I think as I continue to develop like where I am now, I won't be in 12 months. I will be so much better. I will be playing live again, because I'll be good with the shoulder. And I think just I have a better idea of what needs to be elevated more than others, because there's stuff I do really well and now you got to master it, and then there's stuff I don't do so well. But I think everything will, because naturally, like I said, I'm so willing to learn and I'm so willing to get better. That's how I got here. I didn't get here by knowing everything. I got here by knowing nothing and just being willing to learn and put in the work to do it. And so 12 months from now, that's not going to change.
Yeah, Cedric Howard, you are a Grizzly.
Bro.
That boy sound like Jalen Wells' little cousin. He is a Grizzly, bro.
Where did he play D3?
He played at Eastern Washington.
He was supposed to go to Duke and obviously pulled his name out, and now he's been a draft riser. But, I mean, golly. Did you see the workout?
Yeah, he played at...
Dude, I love his
jump shot. That was crazy.
I love his jump shot.
He played at Eastern Washington.
That workout was crazy. He was cracking those dunks off of vert, picking it up. Bah!
And with some of the videos, like Dev and I were watching stuff yesterday, like his catch and shoot stuff, which is you need when you play with Ja. Like, dude, his catch and shoot stuff is.
So he played at D3 Willamette University.
Willamette
University. He averaged 19.4 points a game, 12 rebounds, and was freshman of the year and first team on Northwest.
D3.
Like I said, he is a Grizzly. Guess who else was D2 last year?
I know.
Jalen Wells.
Who played at Washington State, no less.
Washington State. Sonoma State to Washington State. Now he's a Grizzly. Why not? D3 to Eastern Washington to Washington State. Make him a Grizzly.
Our biggest issue that we got to figure out.
Dude, did you see that kid?
We got to figure out.
Just the interview, I would draft his ass.
We may have to figure out how to get up to 13 with Atlanta. To trade with Atlanta.
Atlanta might get him.
No, it's because freaking San Antonio and Oklahoma City picked right in front of us, and there's no way in hell that kid is making it past them, both of those.
A 7'2" wingspan?
Yeah.
It's like Kawhi vibes, low key. Like Like, not Kawhi, but like.
Bro, the shot looked so good, and he was dunking all those off vert.
Hey,
I was like, oh my
That's
God.
1-on-0. I don't care about that. But like, just the jumper looks amazing too. The stroke looks
The
amazing.
jumper
Pause.
looks, man.
The stroke looks, bro. That jump looks like little. You know what I'm saying? Look.
Just the interview. When I was listening to the interview, I was like, boy, if there is anybody that has ever been able to get a job, he's going to go higher than we think. He is.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Cedric Coward.
If you are in an interview room and that kid walks in and gives all those answers.
Right.
And then he looks like he does and plays like he does.
Oh, there's.
I mean, and he's supposed to go to Duke, by the way.
He was gonna go to Duke.
supposed to be at
He was
Duke.
gonna transfer to Duke, and then
He was supposed to be at Duke.
Bro,
then he stayed in the draft.
He enjoys customizing shoes and baking cookies. Cedric, you are a Grizzly.
Dude. How good does he look?
Yeah.
And he's on some of these mocks a little bit later.
Yeah.
You know the other one.
The draft the Gavoni had him 21 to Utah.
Oh, really?
Had him falling that far?
Yeah.
Shit, fall that far if you want.
I just don't believe.
I don't either.
You hear that interview and you know he sat in a room with GMs. Somebody's gonna fall in love with that kid.
So
personality wise, as much as they take into account personality of guys, and like, do we have a guy that is gonna work to become the best version of himself?
And you can't tell me that.
And it's like you can't deny a kid that went from D3 to Washington State to Duke to maybe a lottery pick. Yeah, like,
that's a
you
grinder
want a
right there,
worker?
bro. Yeah.
And they also, and all these teams know the type too. Like I said,
Yes.
Wings with a 7'2" wingspan taken in the first round since 2016 are Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, PJ Washington, Rui Hachimura, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Williams, Tari Eason, and then the two we don't know about because they were 2023 are Bilal Coulibaly and Jarris Walker.
And
we
if
don't know on them
And
yet.
if the team that we don't win the finals, Oklahoma City wins the finals, this is a perfect, like a mirror image of the person names you just said, like a J-Dub. Like a big wing.
7'2" wingspan
like,
is
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like a mini J-Dub low key.
There would have been three, but the third guy went back to college.
Who?
Yaxel. He would have been the third. Projected to go first round with a 7'2" or greater wingspan, but he went back to. He's going to Michigan.
I fell in love. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Some guy in Target, and then you jogged my memory yesterday, and then I was like watching last night, and I'm like, oh God.
How you feel about that?
I love this guy.
I'm with you.
That's
the guy. That's the guy.
Kleiman,
you are not afraid to trade up and go get your guy.
I love this
trade
guy.
Trade up and go get your guy.
My question.
He's gonna take Igor. Didn't it feel like
Igor Dimon?
Igor feels
or Liam McNeely, the UConn guy.
Losing his mind.
You don't like Liam McNeely,
dude? If we took Liam McNeely, you would lose your mind.
Dad, he was a big time recruit though.
New Luke Kennard, I'm gonna lose my mind.
He was a big time recruit.
I don't care about that, Rosen.
Or Neat Clifford, who we played in the tournament this year.
I'll take new David
nice
Roddy. He can hoop.
He can play. Yeah, Neat Clifford can play. He's like older than Jaron, but like
dribble,
he can
pass,
play.
and shoot.
Dribble, pass, and shoot. Shoot the ball at a high clip. But the thing is, we want a like a bigger three though, don't we? We want like a big wing. We got our combos.
Yeah.
I want a big wing. I'm with you, bro. This
guy,
Cedric, I'm with him, bro.
Doesn't he look good?
Yeah, it's either him like
I just like the interview.
Yeah.
I'm like, and the story.
This is a good story.
The D3 to Washington State to Duke and never going to Duke because you're going to get drafted so high because everybody's like, oh my God. I mean, you don't, the size, the length, and the dunking off vert while also looking awesome shooting threes is a tough pull.
It's
like,
dude,
that's not easy to do.
I mean,
that
you're gonna see a lot of
3-point,
that in draft. You're gonna see a lot of that in draft.
but that 3-point shot,
they train to do that.
Even the
But
highlights.
it's not like he didn't do it in college.
No, even the highlights.
Look at his
of
numbers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
hit the highlights of
clip.
him shooting in actual live games looks awesome too. Like
Roser, I just looked at. You said the Spurs and the Thunder pick right
Spurs.
before
They
us,
pick
right?
right in front of
So
us.
look, I just looked at the Yahoo mock.
No way. Do they have him taking him?
The Spurs take him at 14.
Yeah, dude, it's like, dude, we got to get up to 13 where Atlanta is. There's no way that kid's gonna make it past San Antonio and Oklahoma City.
His player comp is Kawhi Leonard.
I would not be surprised if he doesn't make it past the top 10. Seriously. just based off what I listened to.
And it says the intel.
The guys do not interview like that.
No, so
they do not interview like that.
This story says the intel on Coward is all over the place. Some say he's a late lottery. Some say he's going to go top 10. It says he's smart. A really smart team will draft him. So if he goes to the Thunder or Spurs, there you go. That's what this mock says.
I mean, you just heard the interviews.
Yeah,
you're going to bring in some of these guys are dumbasses.
And he's
that's the way any job interview is, right?
And he's 21
There's going to be
too.
some of these guys that like are totally unprepared for the job interview, right? They're just hoopers. And they're not, and they're young.
Or they're going to be Ace Bailey and just not interview.
Right.
And just not talk to anybody.
But you just know. I mean, that's just the way it is. If we put out a thing for interns, we're gonna get 5 dumbasses, and then we're gonna get 5 guys that we're like, wow.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that guy's gonna stand out like crazy when he walks into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Because people don't talk like that. I couldn't interview that good.
Look, it helps too. He's 21 years old too, so he ain't one of those 18, 17-year-olds. Like he is. I wouldn't say mature, but like you could tell.
There's no question.
This dude is not gonna let the NBA. I would hope.
Words are hard.
Won't let the NBA life like.
You can't be more.
Words are hard, and that guy makes words look easy.
Way better.
Yeah, I'm not very good at words.
Way better.
I'm not either.
Bro, he articulated his journey and his goals better than any of us could.
Yeah, that's the official Chris Vernon show pick. Grizzlies pick at 16.
I mean, doesn't it have to be when the guy told me at Target the guy's going to be the best player in the draft?
Yeah, it's fate.
That is such a random ass thing to happen to me.
It is
and
random.
It happened 2
Yeah,
months ago. It just feels real.
It does.
It feels like, bro,
Cedric Coward.
Grizzlies. P.S. did not even know who he was talking about.
You thought he was just talking about.
You had no clue.
No. And then I hadn't even thought about it until you mentioned that to me yesterday.
Yes. He shot 41% on catch and shoot threes.
And he wears number 0.
Where's number 3? Because no one believed in him. He's from D3.
Gonna have to take it from Wells. They're gonna have to have a grudge match.
They're
gonna have a Washington State 0 grudge match.
Or just wear 00.
No, that's the ugly number, Roser. We can't have players wearing 00.
Oh, yes, you
That's
can.
the ugliest
Darrell
number.
Arthur wore 00.
That's one of the ugliest
My
numbers.
favorite Tiger ever, Chris Garner, wore 00.
One of the ugliest numbers in basketball history, 00.
Oh. You're ugly.
Damn. That's crazy.
That's tough.
I'm looking at this. Let me see what these other mocks. So this mock has, they have the Grizzlies taking your boy Liam.
Of course.
Emphasis on your boy Liam.
Your boy.
Your boy Liam, yeah. Igor, Oklahoma City's taking him.
Igor feels like they're one of these. It's not going to be like a former player team that takes Igor. It's going to be a nerd team. We're a nerd team.
We're a nerd team.
But you know what? He's probably going to be like awesome.
Yeah, let's see.
It's like 6'8.5". Igor.
Yes.
I would love to have a guy named Igor.
Igor would be
Speaking
great.
of nerd teams, this mock has who's a nerd team too. Oklahoma City has.
There you go.
Igor.
Told
Yeah, there's also who's the,
Igor.
one of these
I
mocks
told
has
you,
this.
Igor is going to a nerd team. It's not like one of these these teams that are run by basketball guys are not taking Igor. They're gonna be like,
I'm passing
the nerd guys are gonna love Igor.
Yeah.
The spreadsheet guys.
Yes. They're also gonna love the big dude from Illinois, the big guard.
Yeah.
Jack Akunis or whatever.
Yeah, Yaka Kunis.
Yaka Kunis, yeah. And then there's the other guy they've got too, who's the Riley kid, late first round. He's projected.
But Igor is like, I mean, that is a nerd dream.
It is.
Because they're going to be able to, if they can fix a shot, you know what I mean? You read stuff on him, and it's like, all right, so he's like Josh Giddey. Like, he is kind of like Josh Giddey.
Okay, if he's Josh Giddey, he should go freaking like top 5.
Right. And it's like, figure out.
Yeah, like if you're Josh Giddey, you should go top 5.
Figure out the shooting.
Kind of look like him too a little bit.
You know what I mean? I mean, he is big. You watch him in this clips, and you're like, geez, man, that is a big-ass guard.
Yeah. We love
to be that good with the ball and passing, he is big.
I heard Guy House talk about the big man from Duke.
He wants
He's
a
18 years. Dude, you're
Malacuck or
you
whatever.
ain't going to know anything on that dude until he's like 25 years old.
He
That
may,
dude
he
is
may already be 25.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah. But
He is a specimen,
Yeah,
though.
he
bro.
is.
Yes, he
Buddy.
is, man.
Cut out of
Yes,
granite.
he is.
Oh, my
At
God.
the age of 18 is crazy.
Yes.
He is a specimen. Look how big he is.
Yeah, bro. I think we made our pick, bro.
Cedric Coward, we're in.
Cedric Coward.
Cedric Coward.
It just feels like destiny.
I could have convinced myself about that South Carolina kid because he has a hot motor.
Or they're taking Igor or the Yakakunis guy because it's the white Euro who played overseas and.
Well, we're gonna find out Tumas coached against him when he was
But
like
I think
7 years old.
Absolutely.
That guy from
Absolutely.
I think the guy from what's it called? I think that guy from Illinois. Was he Lithuanian? I think he's Lithuanian. I think so. He's a tough son of a bitch too. No, he is.
So where is he from? He got a lot of letters in his name.
He is Lithuania.
Yeah, Lithuania.
Kasparas Yakakunis.
Yeah, dude.
Man, that's a name.
Bro, have you seen their team, by the way? Real quick.
Oh, the current team?
Illinois?
Yeah.
It's
I
like
see that.
all Europeans,
It's all
isn't
European.
Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, it's all Eastern
They
European.
even got Stojakovic's kid to transfer there. They got like a whole Eastern European team. It's like the Eastern Bloc in Illinois.
And one kid from
So awesome.
They're
It's just a bunch of Eastern European guys play for Illinois.
They can do that now.
Murakovic, Isevic, Fagbini, Jastizic, Rogers. We got a Rogers. There we go.
got Rogers. All right.
This ain't Nick Anderson and Luther Head anymore.
yeah.
This ain't D. Brown and Darren
Yeah,
Williams.
bro. Their whole team is a bunch of SIC, bro.
This ain't shout out Raleigh, Egypt, Corey Bradford.
that's a lot of
Oh, wow.
SIC.
That's a throwback.
Deep cut.
VIC, SIC on their team, bro. That's
Or
a lot of
LaRon
that, bro.
Black.
LaRon Black.
Shout out
We
LaRon
got a
Black, bro.
pipeline. LaRon
We
Black,
do.
Corey Bradford. We got an Illinois
Not
Memphis
anymore.
pipeline.
Not anymore. We
We
don't.
got an AJ Red on the team.
Who?
AJ Red.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna have a struggle, bro. His teammates be like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? That barrier is gonna be crazy.
What if that's Michael Red's kid?
Oh, that's
And
fine.
that makes us feel real old.
Let me find out right now. No, his parents are Ron and Jerry Red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
good.
you
Good.
Yeah.
That would have been tough.
That would have been tough
that would
for
have-
Michael Red's kid to
My
be.
favorite Twitter
Yeah.
troll, Michael Red.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot Michael Red hates your guts.
Yeah, he hates me, bro. He don't appreciate what I said about Reggie Miller. It's all good.
All right, last thing before we get out of here. What'd you think about Caitlin Clark getting trucked last night?
I loved it. Well, no, not getting trucked. She was.
No, she got trucked.
She got trucked, but she was also doing a lot of this. I told you, bro. Like last night reminded me, bro. She might be the reincarnation of Larry Bird. Like no cap. She might be Larry Bird reincarnated. The way she like. Talks,
Is Sophie Cunningham tough?
She's like the enforcer.
But is it
That's
been
like
a
her
thing?
That's her stitch. Yeah. People hate her.
They do.
Oh yeah, because she's one of those like nagging. Like,
She's hot.
Yeah, she is.
She is hot.
she's.
I mean,
But she's got to, like-
usually chicks like that are ugly.
Yeah. They're not the lookers.
You know what I mean?
87.
They're mad.
Yeah. But no,
They
she
got like is super frustrated.
But no, she is always.
I mean, it's true of guys too.
Yeah.
It's not like you had handsome enforcers. It's always ugly bastards. They're doing that stuff. You know what I mean?
No, Sophie.
These people have been having to look in a mirror and be ugly their whole lives. They're pissed.
But Sophie's pissed about
Right? So it's not a female. You know what I mean? I don't want to turn that into a female thing. That's a male thing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Enforcers are not the handsome guys,
Nah.
and they're usually not the pretty girls.
But
They're usually.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Yeah.
Sophie likes to fight.
Every bully at your school, the good-looking kid is never the bully.
No, it's never like
It's always the
it's
ugly.
like the troll-looking dude.
Yes.
He's mad because he can't get no
He's
girls.
got a smush nose, and
Yeah, or he's just stupid. He
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
read
he's
or
mad at you
something.
'cause he
Like,
He can't read. He can't read, and the girls don't like him, so he's mad at you.
Yes.
He's taking your lunch money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's angry at the world because he's ugly.
He's ugly. He can't read, so he's gonna take your lunch money.
What's
Yeah.
Sophie Cunningham pissed about?
Bro, she's always like that's been her like thing in the W like since she's entered it. Like
She
is the-
routinely gets into scraps.
always in the scraps, tripping people, pushing people. Like she's
She
like
grabbed,
look,
she grabbed that
look.
chick by her head.
Yeah, if you-
I was like, yeah, this
Oh,
is
Sophie's
No,
wild,
like you.
I
need-
love how much they
So-
hate each other.
Well, you
I'll play
played
the clip.
hockey. Hockey does this.
Yes.
If there's that one, the Penguins used to do this. They had Crosby, And then they got like enforcers around him, like, don't mess with that guy. You're not going to mess with him.
And by the way, all the goons, not handsome.
No.
Hey,
Stu Grimson, Ty Domi, they got like 14.
Play the clip, Jalen. For the people that didn't see Sophie Cunningham,
guys have had their
last
noses
night.
broken 17 times.
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart, not the looker.
No.
Play the clip, Jalen. For people that didn't get to see Sophie Cunningham wild out. Because they were pushing Caitlin around. so Sophie said, I'm done.
Dude.
What you doing?
I'll tell you this, though. The body check on Caitlin after the whistle was hardcore.
Yeah.
I saw the one angle, and I was like, bro, if they would have, like, dislocated her shoulder or some crazy like that, you're in a world of crap, brother.
Yeah,
because she's the meal ticket right now.
She is.
She is the attraction, and it's like,
oh, they're all jealous though.
bro, one chick trucked her while
Yeah.
she's just standing there, and I was like, golly.
Roser, it ain't. I can't use the J word with some of this stuff because Caitlin talks, bro.
Oh, she does.
She talks crazy.
She does.
Like, she told one
I love
girl,
it all.
She told one girl, you ain't gonna do. Like I was like, yeah, that's the energy I love. Like I sent you the clip.
I love them hating each other and fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
I would give anything if they would do this in the finals. I'm not kidding. I wish to God somebody would get overheated.
Look at watch this. She go hit. Look at her. She hit the three at her face.
She yelled,
watch
"You
her.
like
Watch what she
that."
says, bro.
I saw she yelled at that one chick, "You're not on my effing level."
Yeah, you're not on my level, bro. She talks crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy to
Yeah,
people, bro.
all right, yeah.
Which I respect it because, like I said, if you stop me, then you want me to stop talking crazy to you, guard me, and nobody can guard her. And one girl smacked her in the face.
The cheap shots, though, that's where it's like
The cheap shot's crazy.
the cheap shots are bad.
Yeah.
But
The cheap shots are bad. Like no matter how crazy you talk, guys talk crazy all the time.
yeah.
Right? You're not. John Morant talks crazy. If somebody runs up and body checks him after a loose ball, we're not going to be like, hey, brought it on himself. He talked crazy.
No,
we're
no,
going to be
no,
like, bro, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Goon?
But
like, stop.
that's why you got Sophie Cunningham.
Huh?
That's why you got Sophie Cunningham. But I will say they don't.
We need a Sophie Cunningham.
You think? I agree.
Maybe Caldwell Pope and Cole can help that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, John Morant got clipped out of the air, and everybody stood around like playing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
Santi just walked right by him like he saw Simba laying on the
I mean, the
ground.
only one that jumped in it when Jalen Wells got clipped was Ja.
Yeah.
So we could use it.
Sophie, we need a Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah, we need Sophie.
Yeah.
In fact, sign Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm all in.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, by the way,
Why not us?
speaking
We
of-
used to have Dante Cunningham. Unrelated.
Speaking of Sophie, for many reasons, and shades of skin color, but they said her jersey sold out this morning.
Sophie Cunningham?
Yeah. People went and bought it after that little scuffle, defending Caitlin Clark. Jersey
What does she average?
Sophie like a shooter, bro. Hold on, let me see.
They said that chick that she went after was the number 4 pick in the draft last year.
Yeah. She don't play, bro.
Huh?
She don't play. Sophie averages 6 points a game.
Okay.
She's just there for the vibes.
She was a 6th pick in the draft or 4th pick in the draft.
The girl from Connecticut.
The chick that she grabbed. Yes.
It looked like Mabry that she grabbed. Was that not Mabry that she grabbed?
Oh, then who was the one that fouled her at the very beginning of the game? That's where it all started.
Let me see. Hold on.
It all started because they were jumping on each other at the beginning. She was fouling her at the beginning of the game. And then it got real tense. And by the way, that melee happened with down 17 with 50 seconds left in the game, which makes it even better. That reminds me of the Posey Stojakovic thing years ago.
That.
Right?
He's like in Sacramento.
Yes.
He's like, don't rub this ish in.
No.
Posey's like, you're not rubbing this in. It just
Literally pulled him into the
Brad
stands.
Poirier just pulled him down.
Because
Yeah.
that's been happening a lot in the WNBA lately. A lot of scrapping.
Who was the 4th pick in last
me
year's
see.
WNBA draft?
It was.
It's very unique. There's a lot.
Oh. What? Draymond Green?
They call her Draymond. They calling her WNBA Draymond. But Nisha Morrow was from LSU, but that's not.
No.
Sonya Rivers, it wasn't her. Those are 2 players that play for Connecticut. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was.
Who? Yes, it was. I was watching it this morning.
I'm looking at it right now.
Leela Lucian?
Who
She
plays for the Connecticut Sun that was a high draft pick within the last 2 years?
I just read the 2 names.
Yeah, dude. The 4th pick in the 2024 draft was Rakia Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. See? And bro, nobody cares about Connecticut.
Or was
anyway.
it this year's draft?
No, I just looked at this year's draft. It's not her either.
Huh. I don't know.
It may be the Lucien girl from France. That's how it has to be.
Is that who it is?
I don't think she plays though. She's not that good.
I'd have to look at the
J.C. Sheldon.
Let me see.
No, that was the third quarter.
It was J.C. Sheldon. That's the one that Sophie grabbed by the neck.
Let me see who the first foul was.
J.C. Sheldon's who she grabbed by the neck.
Who the first foul was on? Who's Rivers?
That's who got picked. That's why I said Sonya Rivers.
Sonya Rivers.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one that got into it with her?
Yeah. I mean, they all got into it with it.
Well, they got 2 wins. They have every reason to be pissed.
I told you the Sun are
terrible.
Worst team, bro.
Huh?
Yeah. J.C. Sheldon got the beats. Come here. But hey, they've been scrapping a lot in the W lately. Like even Nafisha, who's
it's just the cheap shots. The cheap shots are the ones that are the tough ones.
Yeah.
Right? After the play, like that's what I was saying. When I saw the Caitlin Clark get trucked thing, I was like, God bless. Boy, if she got hurt on something like that, that would be horrendous. Especially by just some goon on a terrible team. They can't lose that. They can't have her hurt because of something like that, right? I want them being as physical as possible. Just don't hurt each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't
You know
hurt.
what I mean?
Don't hurt Caitlin.
Yeah.
Because Caitlin came back, and now they're about to go to the Commissioner's Cup final.
Oh.
The FIVA are. So like we need Caitlin.
Is it a Liberty?
No, they beat the Liberty. Remember?
Oh, that was part of the Commissioner's Cup?
Yeah.
I don't know what the commit.
Yeah. Who's in the Commissioner's Cup final? Commissioners. It ain't my Aces, bro.
Is that this weekend?
We suck. Hold on, let me see.
The Aces stink now, huh?
Yeah.
Who knew?
It's don't do who knew.
Huh?
Don't say who knew. The league's
Is Becky Hammond still the coach?
Yeah.
They had all those legal things that happened during the offseason, too, right?
And
that
you-
probably
you-
didn't help things.
You traded for a player that you thought was going to be good. Jewel Lloyd from the Seattle Storm. You thought she was going to be the field that Kelsey Plum.
She washed?
Not very good anymore.
She's washed.
So Asia's out there by
That's
herself. So it's Lynx versus Fever in the Commissioner's Cup. So it's
When?
July 1st. So two weeks from now.
Oh, they don't. Oh, okay. So
They don't play the Commissioner's Cup.
it's not all in a row.
Yeah. So bro, Caitlin beat the team that hadn't been beaten yet. She drug her team to the Commissioner's Cup final.
Yep.
She's dragging them up the standings, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
They said Sophie Cunningham's jersey sold out.
Yeah.
Because she stood up for Caitlin Clark.
Stood up for Caitlin Clark
Wow.
last night. This morning, they went on the website. It was on the website. All the sizes were gone.
That's crazy.
The Sophie Cunningham jersey was all gone. We got to get. I'm gonna get you a Sophie Cunningham.
I wonder how many Instagram followers she got too.
Trust me, as a follower,
I mean,
of her,
there's
I can
got
tell
to
you.
be probably tens of thousands. Seriously.
Sophie now has 517,000 followers on Instagram. I've been following her since she was at Mizzou, though, so I was already tapped in.
Pervert.
I was already tapped
What a
in.
perv.
Sophie Cunningham was 101.
What a
boy.
pervert.
Yeah, you are.
I've been following her since she was in college.
She was called in Missouri.
Okay, Dev.
What are you talking about? Shout out Sophie, man.
Missouri college basketball game. Shut up.
That's where-
I got it. You weren't sitting around watching Missouri college
No,
basketball.
I wasn't. But with Sophie Cunningham,
You
highlights
saw
popped
her
up.
Instagram.
I was like, who is this Sophie Cunningham? Hey, man, she... Look, man.
Can't knock the hustle. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roger across the glass. Thanks to Jayla back in the studio. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, we go.